Live from downtown Detroit, home of WDIV and Click on Detroit, Local 4 News at 5 starts now.
Another building associated with the man responsible for the green ooze in Madison Heights. Coming up, we'll tell you where this building is and why investigators are worried there could be something dangerous here.
Blink and you'll miss it. A quick moving area of snow will be moving through. However, it will leave something behind. We'll check out if it's the only chance of snow coming up.
All right, Ben, we're going to begin, however, with breaking news that's made a mess of the evening commute. There is some good news, though. Only one lane of southbound I-75 at I-94 is now closed because of this semi-fire. You can see from this video from Sky 4, the fire destroyed the cab of this truck.
And right now, crews are working to clear it and get it back open as soon as possible. We'll let you know when it's all cleared out.
Our other top story here at 5, stabbed in the street. A daylight attack in the middle of a busy Detroit intersection.
It happened this morning as drivers looked on at the intersection of Joy Road and Greenfield. Police say they have a suspect in custody, but there are still a whole lot of questions.
Detroit police crime scene investigators spent hours today as the victim was rushed to the hospital. Larry Spruill spoke with neighbors who were stunned by the news.
Police tell me that stabbing happened here at this intersection of Joy and Greenfield on Detroit's west side. Now, they blocked the intersection for hours, leaving neighbors on edge and wondering what's happening to their neighborhood. Police cars tape in a crime scene van, an all too familiar scene for people living near Joy and Greenfield.
People are losing fear, you know. They don't care no more.
Ronald Lee lives just blocks from the intersection when he saw the commotion Tuesday morning. Detroit police blocked off this intersection for hours Tuesday morning, just minutes after someone stabbed a 66-year-old white male in his head and butt in broad daylight.
Always shocked, you know, to hear it happen.
Christian Hill, one of the many who just happened to see multiple officers while at the bus stop.
That's absurd, ridiculous, and it's unacceptable.
Now, many neighbors I talked to say this area used to be quiet, but over time that changed.
You have a lot of things involved in that, you know, like the mental people, they have no place to go. You know what I'm saying? Once they shut down all those places, it's like, okay, now they're out here among us.
But Lee says he's not leaving the place he calls home.
But I'm not going to be scared. I'm coming on out here, you know what I'm saying?
And police tell me they do have a person of interest in custody. He will be facing multiple charges. As of right now, he is in jail tonight. We're live tonight. Larry Spruill, Local 4.
And Larry, how's the victim doing tonight? Do we know?
Well, Devin, I also did speak with police again. They tell me that victim is recovering in a hospital. They are not sure as far as his condition at this very hour. Devin?
All right, Larry. Now to two new developments today in the green ooze investigation. Investigators have a credible tip about a new possible contamination site.
And they're also now looking at the possibility those chemicals may have been oozing onto I-696 for a lot longer than first thought. Jason Colthorpe is here with us now on a story that just seems to keep getting bigger, Jason.
That's exactly right, Kim. And the state isn't even done with the Deckerville site we told you about yesterday. A source tells us today Eagle is out there again today conducting tests at that property owned by Gary Sayers and will go back out with technical gear in a couple of weeks to see if anything is buried there. Now, we've learned of another property, this one right in the heart of the city. It's just west of the Lodge and north of I-94 on Commonwealth Street. This is near the city's new center area.
Tuesday morning, a Detroit fire investigator was at the Commonwealth Industries building following a tip that Gary Sayers may have stored hazardous chemicals here. A search of public records shows the building and business are, or at least were, owned by Sayers.
The building seems to be abandoned, and as we've reported, Gary Sayers is off to federal prison for a year. But Detroit Fire tells me today it has made contact with someone associated with this building, and it has an appointment for later this week to go inside and see if there is anything dangerous to the environment here.
Meantime, crews from the EPA were again on site in Madison Heights, where test results are expected by the end of the week. Also, a check of Google Map photos shows liquid running onto 696 at the same spot as far back as 2016. The Detroit Free Press, which first reported the story, also says the state's Department of Environment, Great Lakes and Energy is wrapping that into its investigation.
If it's leached across the expressway underneath or whatever, they've got a problem on the other side of the expressway.
Jim Ellison is the state rep for Madison Heights. He says when lawmakers return tomorrow, the green ooze issue is of utmost importance.
My concern is getting the job done. I want to make sure we have the resources, we have the money, so that we can get the problem fixed. And then we'll go out and try to find out why did it happen, how can we prevent it, who's to blame, that kind of stuff.
I also talked to State Senator Jeremy Moss about this, and he's concerned about who's paying for new cleanup costs because the EPA basically charged Gary Sayers for its efforts, which was $1.5 million when he was sentenced to jail. And if DFD finds anything at this new building, they will immediately report it to the proper department. We're staying in touch with DFD on this one to find out exactly when they're going to go in.
You go back to his sentencing. You were there for sentencing, and he complained so bitterly about the way that regulations were hurting his business when clearly there needed to be some regulation.
Sites popping up. Yeah, exactly. And it was his attitude that got him this stint in jail.
All right, continue to follow it.
Jason will be back with more here at 5:30. This long streak of warm weather coming to an end. In fact, it is happening right now.
Yeah, take a look at these live pictures from Novi. The snow is coming down fast. Let's get over to Ben. He's tracking what's shaping up to be a weather roller coaster this week, Ben.
Yeah, Kim, we've been watching that picture for just about 10 minutes, and that stuff is really coming down. This is not a very long, very wide line, and it is moving very quick. But when we zoom into Oakland County, look at how dark the shades are on radar. That is some pretty intense snow there that's falling as we speak. So it may leave some very minor accumulations, but it's not going to last long, probably less than a half hour, and that is going to be done. Behind that, we could see some lake effect snow showers tonight. But the second story, the second headline is going to be the cold. The wind chills are already in the 20s out here in our west and north zone. And by the time we wake up tomorrow morning, we're looking at single-digit wind chills. We'll break that down in your 4-zone forecast. But the other story that we're watching is the potential headache for the weekend. We'll tell you what shape that's taking in just a few minutes, guys.
Votes on that we're seeing. All right, Ben, we'll talk to you again in a few minutes. A 36-year-old Novi mother is charged with first-degree premeditated murder in the death of her 2-year-old son. Police announced the charges today after Chun-Hui Shi was arraigned in the hospital. We bring in Rod Maloney. He is live in Novi ahead of a vigil that's going to be held at 6:30 tonight, Rod.
Yeah, Devin, it's going to be at 6:30 here at the Central Park in the housing development here in Novi that has been so deeply affected by this. We've talked to a number of the neighbors. They're all deeply saddened. One of the neighbors is Ronald Lee, and he gave us his take on the tragedy that is this case.
She was pretty much active during the fall and the winter of 2018. She used to be outside, pretty much in the morning with the baby, carrying the baby like in the carrier.
A young family lived next door and all seemed well. The little boy, cute as a button.
Whenever we used to pull out of the garage, the baby used to give like flying kisses, which was pretty much, wholesome,
Still more wholesome, a neighbor with limited English skills always willing to help.
I was, in fact, trying to work on my lawn. She came and helped me to fix my sprinklers.
But by the summer of 2019, Chun-Hui Shi became withdrawn, flew to China to address mental health issues, and came home more quiet, distant, and the home next door became eerily silent.
The last few months, I think that was November, December, that place seemed cold. It was really cold.
On Friday, a number of police officers quickly responded to the call that a mother had attacked her 2-year-old son with a knife and then turned it on herself, all with Ronald just steps away.
This was really unfortunate because on that Friday, I worked from home that Friday, and I didn't hear anything.
Obviously, he feels very sad about that. The mother is in the hospital tonight. She had been released from a mental health facility the night before this incident. She had had surgery, and so now the Oakland County Prosecutor's Office has arraigned her in her hospital bed, and if and when she recovers, they expect to send her to the Oakland County Jail. Devin, back to you.
Rod, do we know anything about the boy's father?
Yeah. Yes, we do, Devin. He's a software engineer for an automotive company here. He has family still in China, And the police are telling me tonight that he is looking to bring some of his family members over here for the funeral for his son.
Yeah, boy. All right, Rod, we'll let you get out of this sudden snow squall that we're seeing there in Novi. Other news at this hour, an Oakland County police chief has pleaded guilty to drunk driving charges.
Yeah, back in November, Lake Angeles Police Chief Michael Farley was stopped by police in Kego Harbor for suspicion of drunk driving. Farley failed a field sobriety test and was arrested. He pleaded guilty Monday to impaired driving charges and was sentenced to 1 year probation and community service. A whole lot happening here on a Tuesday, including big news from the Pistons involving Blake Griffin.
Feared yesterday it wasn't sounding good, didn't we? Here's Dr. Frank George.
Well, this flu season is on track to be one of the worst in decades. You know, you see lots of promises from products and foods that claim to fight off the flu, but what's really proven to work? Head in good health, I'll show you what can really help you reduce your risk of getting sick.
All right, Frank, also coming up, it all happened so fast. New video of a robbery at a Detroit gas station. A very clear picture of the guy who did it coming up. Victor.
After weeks of uncertainty, a suspected hit-and-run driver is finally in jail after he hit a person who was walking to the Sunoco gas station, got out of his car, checked on the person, and decided to keep on driving. Reaction from family coming up shortly.